What a nice bull. Sweet archery bull. Look at this. Hey everybody, Brandon Mason here with Eastmans. For the last couple of years, our crew has been able to use the Bloodsport arrows that kind of made a splash on the market here a few years ago. And besides having tight spine tolerances and micro diameter shafts all the way up to the standard shaft sizes to really allow you to select whatever type of arrow you prefer, one of the things that makes the Bloodsport arrow stand out is the white blood ring.
Look at that. Bloodsport Punisher.
Down to just about freezing.
So that's about right. There's blood up to halfway up the Bloodsport.
We as bow hunters have a lot of challenges to face in the field, and we're really swimming upstream against the odds. Probably one of the most overlooked obstacles that we have to overcome is the desire to pursue the animal after the shot before the animal's actually expired, and that could have disastrous consequences. One of the things we need to do is exercise great patience after the shot and really be sure of the type of hit that we made. Now sometimes if you don't have the luxury of a camera with you, a videographer with you, where you can't go back and analyze,
I hit him a little high, Tim.
you really need to replay that scenario in your mind and examine the sign that's around you. Now hopefully you'll be able to find the arrow that passed through the animal if it did such a thing. If that is the case, that's the best sign that you can find for the type of hit that you made. Now if you find obviously that deep dark red blood, you got a heart shot. That animal's going to expire very quickly, but not as quickly as a double lung hit animal. That pink frothy double lung blood that you're going to see on your arrow is a sure sign that animal is going to expire within seconds, really. I usually say 30 seconds or less on a double lung hit, that animal's toast. In 2016, I was able to arrow a pretty decent antelope in Wyoming on public land. As soon as I released the arrow, I was really afraid that the shot was too far back. And it was a pretty hard quartering away shot, and the arrow did end up entering farther back than what I had hoped, but we weren't sure exactly on where it had exited just by looking at the animal. And thankfully the arrow zipped right through the antelope, and we were able to find the arrow. And just looking down at the arrow, especially because of the white blood ring here on this Bloodsport arrow I was using, in fact I texted a friend of mine who works at Bloodsport Arrows a picture of that arrow. Within seconds he texted me back and said that animal's in deep dark trouble. And so we knew that it took out the lungs on the opposite side. Some other hunts, Dan Picard arrowed a nice moose up in British Columbia in the same year. It was a similar type of scenario. The animal's quartering away hard, and the arrow entered a little farther back than what we had hoped, but it exited perfectly. And when we found the arrow along the trail hours later, after giving the animal enough time to expire, we knew that that moose had indeed expired a lot quicker than what we had expected. So that's this week's tip. Just be sure that you exercise a lot of patience in the field, use the best equipment that you can, and you know, we're pretty blessed to be able to use these Bloodsport arrows that have that blood ring indicator that really give you the peace of mind to pursue that animal in the time frame that you're supposed to pursue them. So that's this week's tip, and remember to show great patience when you're bow hunting out in the field.